This poem is, I recited it around 15 years ago. So if anyone can remember, I apologize. But if you do remember, mashallah. All right, so this poem has been posted in one of our bedrooms for as long as I can remember. And tonight was an opportunity to recite this poem. It covers the story of Karbala from different perspective. So inshallah, we all take some benefit out of it. I'll start with a loud salawat. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. In the midst of a holy land, where the tears of the creatures dropped through time and sand like an image of that of a track of ants, in the heart of Karbala, where the message stands. It was peak of misbehavior and virtues in chains. Laws were sacked with rules insane, as Yazid on the rise and mass confused offered lust with lies and faith abused. Ignorance swelled, jealousy stretched, as lust and desire for this short life was fetched, leaving behind vicious creatures, destroying those humble preachers. As signs indicated and time dictated, some souls elevated as Hussein navigated the seed of the Prophet. In the name of Allah, for the sake of Islam, for the freedom of life and the soul of Islam, gave the greatest sacrifice, but not with his hands, but with members of his kin and many of his friends. Muslims and the friends, those hearts so pure, they offered their lives as shield and cure. Thus tyrants came forth from the curtain way old, then peace was bought and lives were sold. And daring in the manners were the two brothers, in the boldness of their lives were the teaching of their mother and Prophet Muhammad and their father, and their father known for his courage as Haydar. With a message from his father was Qasim bin Hassan. A radiant jewel of Islam was the glowing young sun. But Qasim into pieces with a bright day old, on the sand in heat, it was savage and cold. Then the pride of the Hashims rode back from the river, and the tyrants made sure that he did not deliver. They cut off his arms, but spirit was set till an arrow hit the bag, only eyes got wet. Fell Abbas from the horse, with no hands for support. Then Hussein rushed to shore for our brother's end resort. Those children who waited, with the patience were told, and thirst in the camp, were 3 days old. Soon Akbar came down with a spear in his chest, which a father had to pull, so severe was the test. He was an image of the Nabi and the life of Hussein, a vision of the mother in the eyes of Hussein. Now the leader was alone as he called for help. Then a baby fell down, a response from the cradle. This thirsty, pure infant was a son of an imam who acknowledged his father and the call of the imam. Thus Hussein revealed him for some water in the field and showed them the baby's dried lips and appealed. But the 6 month got an arrow so thick that turned him over and tore his neck. Ali Asghar went to sleep in his father's grip, and the head on spear and the mother's empty hand, with the slashed dried eyes who looked for the baby to sing lullabies. And a sister by the camp saw the horror of this. A sister by the camp saw the horror of this trip as a knife tore the neck where the Prophet put his lips. Earth in grief, heavens roared, and morn sand turned red when Hussein was torn. And a child full of tears, with her tiny bleeding ears, bruises on her face, and her thirst so severe, she ran for her father, who laid beheaded, and cried for the uncle for the help she needed. Zainab alayhi salam looked for her in the sadness of the night, did inquire every soul in the land of the plight. But Sakina was sleeping on the chest of the body with the love of the father from the fragrance of his body. Then the camp pushed down while flames went up. Little children rushed out as the dresses lit up. It was night full of cries and the innocent quest. Shattered were the dreams and broken were the nests. All defenses laid to rest. After trials and the test, one Imam, even history would detest, who fainted with illness, faced torture and torment, a master of the religious devotees' ornament, Zayn al-Abidin. Lashes on his back, heavy chains on the Imam, but the ladies were the prisoners. Was the wound of the no chodad for them, but the rope-tied arms and grief soared high from Kufa to Sham. But the daughter of Ali challenged miseries with the messages, with the families in bazaars and deadly courts of savages, with the depth of patience and the zenith of bravery. Islam was rescued forever from bravery. Salli Allah Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad.